I hope you don't mind. I went ahead and put on a record. I don't really like silence.
That's fine. I'm sorry, I don't believe I caught your name.
I'd rather not say. Could you go ahead and blur out my face?
You'll be completely anonymous.
Alright. It was a dry summer day in Georgia. August 3rd to be exact. I remember that date because it was the day after my Braves beat our biggest rival, those darn Phillies. Charles just got done buying a Monster at the local gas station. He never did bother stealing from those folks. Besides, he was focused on a much larger goal. This was the big one. I knew he could do it. I mean, he was Charles Wilson. Infamous. John Wise was in the back seat, playing with his lighter as always. He really knew how to piss me off. But I just laugh about it. No point in getting mad. John was like a brother to Charles, along with myself.
Was John present for all of the robberies committed by Charles Wilson?
No. Shoot, I wasn't even there for them all. But with Johnny, there was always something new. He was a clever little weasel. As a matter of fact, this one time we were at a drugstore. John looked at me with this huge smirk on his face and said, "Watch, I'm gonna be one of them innovators." He walked up to some customer and let his mouse go that he had in his pocket. I swear, that was the funniest thing I ever saw. Charles played the waiting game. Once the cashier went to grab a bucket and tried chasing down that mouse, he snuck behind the counter. I mean, it wasn't much money, but the great laugh we got definitely made up for that. Then this other time we went out, man, that was a gut buster.
Excuse me, sir.
It was the darndest thing, I kid you not.
You're getting a little off topic.
Oh, my apologies. You know, once I start talking, I just keep going. It's funny, my mama used to tell me that...
Can you please finish explaining what happened on August 3rd?
Oh, yeah. So, we were almost ready to go. Charles just finished chugging his energy drink. That man has so much energy. It was like he was flying apart in all directions. And John was just being John, playing with that plastic that he just melted. We made a pit stop at Charles' house.
To grab a mask, I assume.
No, he never needed a mask. People didn't know him by his face. They knew him by his name, Charles Wilson. But anyways, his entrance always creeped me out. Walking down that hallway of his that looked like an aisle at the Hitman grocery store or something, I don't know. With all them mysterious photos and diagrams he had up. He never really explained what they were, but then again, I never asked. We pulled up to the location. Once I laid eyes on that building, my stomach dropped. I could feel trembles and goosebumps all throughout my body. Felt like a rattlesnake the way my hand was shaking. For a moment there, I didn't think I could go through with it. Charles grabbed me by the shoulders and tried to talk some sense. Said, "Relax. Everything will be alright. Just sit and wait for the signal. We'll be out in a minute." Strange thing is, I saw a cop in the distance as he was saying that. But I couldn't say anything. The words just wouldn't come out. Next thing I know, Charles and John were closing the car doors behind them and running towards the building.
Did you get out and stop them?
No. I froze. You know, ever since that day 7 years ago, I never caught on to those details until I had to sit down and actually talk about it right now. Can't help but think how I could have changed the outcome. Maybe they'd still be here had I stopped them.
You don't think this was entirely your fault, do you?
I don't know.
Well, I think I have everything you need. You're free to go now, if you'd like.
Yeah. I'll do that. Oh, and I'm gonna take that record with me too. Never mind. I think it's broken.